Alright guys, 2014 is over and 2015 is right on the horizon, but before we get there, we have to have an amazing makeup look for New Year's Eve parties, right? In my mind, New Year's Eve makeup looks don't have to be gold and glittery or silver disco ball looks, because I feel like those are stunning and gorgeous, and same with like really black smoky eyes, and I think those are amazing and incredible, but you're going to look like every other girl who was like, oh, this is the go-to New Year's Eve look. So I decided to do something a little bit different than you might see around YouTube this New Year's Eve. The star of the show tonight is Makeup Geek's Pigment in Vegas Lights. That's what I have on my lids right now. It is so gorgeous. I use it with a concoction that I have in my Fix Plus bottle. I feel like it makes the pigments stay so much better than even just plain Fix Plus, because sometimes when you just use Fix Plus, it kind of transfers up to your brow bone every once in a while and it's not foolproof. So I think the combination that I use and the little mix that I use is like so good for that. And you may have noticed that I've been going linerless lately, and I have not been doing a winged liner. I have not been doing any kind of liner, and generally I really like that, but to me, New Year's Eve requires a beat face. And you can't have a beat face without a really dramatic liner, so that is what I did in this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So to start off this look, I'm going to use Layin Low Paint Pot by MAC as usual. I found that this can go with pretty much any look unless you're doing something super intense, so I pretty much use it in every one of my tutorials. So I'm just going to apply that from my lash line all the way up to my eyebrow. And next I'm going to use Chickadee by Makeup Geek. I love this color for putting in the transition area. I think it looks kind of weird when you're looking at it in the pan. It's like a bright yellow orange and you're like, I don't know what I would ever do with that, but I think it looks so good paired with another shade in the transition and the crease area. I think it just makes everything look really soft and bright and really, really pretty. And the shade I'm going to pair with that Chickadee is Bitten, also by Makeup Geek. And this one is beautiful. A lot of people use it on the lid, but I just love the way it looks in the crease. So I just brush that through the crease really nicely and blend it really well, and then bring it down a little bit onto the lid. Next, I'm going to use this color called Cosmopolitan, and this is also by Makeup Geek. I'm just going to throw that all over the lid basically. It's just kind of a coppery golden pink color. It's really unique and I think it's beautiful, and it's good for kind of the look that we are doing today. And next I'm going to take just any black eyeliner pencil. I like a really smooth, smudgy one, and I don't remember which one I used for this look, so I'm not going to tell you a specific one, but just line your lower or your upper lash line with that. And then we're going to take Bitten again and just smudge that out really, really well so that it's a nice fade and it's darkest at the lash line and then fades up into the eyeshadow that we have on as it goes upward. And finally, the pigment, which really, really makes this look. It is the Makeup Geek pigment, and this one is in Vegas Lights, and this is just gorgeous. It is so shimmery and beautiful and eye-catching that I think it looks really, really good for New Year's Eve. I think it's perfect for just a little bit more drama, and I've been trying to use pigments a lot more in my tutorials. You'll notice that lately I've used at least one pigment in every look that I've been doing, because pigments are something that I have a lot of, and I know that a lot of people have them and they're like, I just don't know when to use this or how to use it. So I've been trying to show you guys a lot of different ways to use pigments. So let me know if that's helpful for you, or if you have any other questions or ideas for me, and I'd be happy to take a look at some of those. The next thing I'm going to do is just take my Inglot gel liner. This is my favorite at the moment. I love it so much. And I'm going to line my upper lash line with that. And I'm I'm also going to do a little inner corner wing, nothing too crazy, but just kind of emphasize that corner a little bit. And I'm going to attach it to my lower lash line as you see me doing now, but I'm not going to drag it under my lower lash line all the way across. We're gonna put shadow down there in a second. And I'm gonna do a wing on my outer corner as well and just bring it across there. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use Tilt by MAC. This is a really pretty shimmery blue. It's not too intense. If I'd want it to look more intense, I could put like a white base underneath it, but I really wanted the Vegas Lights pigment to be kind of the center of attention here. It's just so beautiful and reflective, and I didn't want to steal the show with what I was putting under my lash line, so I did this a little bit more subtle this time. This is Lash Domination Mascara by Bare Minerals, and I'm going to use that on both my lower and upper lashes. And then in a second, when you see me again, I will have false lashes on and foundation, and my whole complexion will be done. So I'm going to conceal my lip line with this Kat Von D concealer. I love to do this just so that I can have a little bit more control with my lip color, and it also stands out from my skin a little bit more. So this is Soar Lip Pencil by MAC. So I'm just going to fill in my lips with this, and then I'm going to top it with something else. But I love this color because it's not too over the top and it's not too crazy. I wanted the eyes to be kind of the center of attention for this look. And I'm following it up with a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I can't remember which color I used, you guys, so I'm gonna look it up and put it down below. And that is it. That is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great New Year's, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!